Hello, I'm Dr. Will Cupchik, psychologist and creator of the rope trick mental imagery exercise, possibly the most effective, efficient, and rigorously tested exercise that in just minutes can produce a visual story that will accurately reflect the current status and dynamics of one of your most important relationships, whether that relationship be personal or work-related. The spoken rendition of the exercise that I'll be providing shortly is essentially the very same as you'll find in my book, titled The Rope Trick, subtitle, Close Your Eyes and Open Your Mind to Better Know Your Relationships. Only people who are currently reading or have read this book and are aware of the cautions referred to in it should consider carrying out the exercise. Please note that responsibility for making use of this YouTube video is the informed user's alone, and that person alone bears responsibility for the imagery sequence produced, its interpretation, and any consequences that might follow from its use. As mentioned in my book, this exercise is best carried out by someone who is currently in counseling or psychotherapy so that he or she can discuss their rope trick exercises experience with a suitable mental health professional. Your use of this video will indicate your acceptance of this disclaimer. So, if you're ready, let's proceed. And I'll now be reading the exercise out loud directly from the book. I am merely offering this spoken rendition so that as an informed reader of my book, you can now just sit back, close your eyes, and follow the instructions that I will offer. So, here we go, reading directly from the book, The Rope Trick. The mental imagery exercise that we'll be doing shortly will involve you imagining yourself being with someone with whom you have an important relationship in your current life, perhaps your spouse or lover, parent, sibling, child, in-law, co-worker, or supervisor. Please take the time now to decide which other person you will consider using in your imagery. The exercise you'll be given shortly is called a fantasy exercise. Fantasy exercises have been found to be useful as well as interesting ways of viewing ourselves. Shortly, I shall be asking you to allow yourself to imagine, that is, to actually picture or imagine in front of your mind's eye a scene. There's only one precaution for you to take in order to have this exercise work for you, and that is to allow yourself to actually let yourself see in your imagination what will be happening. This is different than trying to think about what should be happening or even what you would like to have happen. Don't worry about how to know whether the scene you'll be viewing is the right one or not. If you are actually seeing, that is, picturing the scene, rather than thinking about the picture or trying to compute it, then a relevant picture will kind of pop into your mind without your thinking about making it up. Some people find it helpful to imagine that they're looking at a sort of movie screen in their heads, what we call a mind screen. The picture then appears on it. You'll have lots of time to have your fantasy. You will not be rushed. If you find that your fantasy does not appear immediately, don't be concerned. It may take a little time, but it will come if you allow it and don't try to compute it or force it. Beginning now, and for the duration of the exercise, I'd like you to keep your eyes closed, please. I'll let you know when to reopen them. Now do arrange your body so you can find a position you'll be comfortable staying in for a while. Now would you attend even more to your body and to the sensations that you experience? Become aware of any tension that you may have happening in your body, beginning with your toes and all the way up to the top of your head. Gradually move your awareness along and up your body. Anywhere that you find tension, allow yourself to tense yourself even more for a moment or so, then release the tension, relax that area, and move on to the next area. And I'll give you time now to do that. Now, begin attending to your breathing in and breathing out. And now allow yourself to simply enjoy this more relaxed state of being for a while. And here is the rope trick exercise proper. Would you let yourself imagine that you are somewhere that is not quite like any place you have ever been to, seen pictures of, or have had described to you before, and that you are there with that other person? Let yourself actually see yourself, the other person, and a rope in the same picture. The rope may or may not be near and or making contact with either or both of you. The rope is made up of any material, any color, any diameter, any length, any strength. All its characteristics and all other aspects of the imagery will appear to you as you attend to your mind screen. Allow yourself to observe the images that appear on your mind screen as you would a movie. Let yourself see and possibly hear the action. Let the action continue until it comes to an ending. If it doesn't appear to have an ending, then attempt to make one happen. If no ending comes, that's all right. Not everything has to have an ending on command. Now for the next few moments, please make use of the memory recording capacity of your mind and rerun segments of your imagery attending particularly to the following details. Check out whether and how the rope may have been close to and or in contact with either one or both of you. Please see on your mind screen what the ends of the rope look like. What is the color, condition, and kind of rope that you had in your fantasy? Also, allow yourself to rerun any other aspects of your imagery that you care to. And when you're finished doing all of this, and you can take your time, simply relax with your hands in your lap. Now in a moment, I'll ask you to open your eyes and describe the imagery either out loud, or if it's being recorded or with a therapist present, to write it down, either longhand or at a computer keyboard. And this concludes the formal rendering of the mental imagery exercise. To learn more about the exercise and how to interpret it, remember, you can go to my book, The Rope Trick, close your eyes and open your mind to better know your relationships. Thank you.